didn't have the nerve to propose to anybody else. You sure took advantage of my innocence and youth.
Oh, don't give me that youth stuff. You were no spring chicken.
Well, I must have been, or I would have never picked up a worm like you. But it's a different story now, isn't it? Never a kind word. Never a sign of affection. Never a goodnight kiss. I should have known you didn't love me. You never did.
I did too. I do too.
No, you don't.
Oh, Jackie, you know I love you.
You're lying. Swear you love me.
I hope I drown in a pool of bourbon if I'm lying.
Now there's the answer to all our problems. You think more of a bottle of bourbon than you do of me. It's true, isn't it, Butch?
You can accuse me of being selfish or inconsiderate or anything else, but drinking is not one of my failures.
No, it's one of your few successes.
That's not true. You know very well the only reason I take bourbon is because the doctor prescribed it. He said if I took a jigger of bourbon and 2 aspirin before I went to bed, I'd sleep better.
Yeah, that's not what you do, though.
It is too.
It is not. You're 6 months behind on the aspirin and 2 years ahead on the bourbon.
Well, the aspirin gives me a headache.
You better listen to me, Butch. We'd get along beautifully if you just think of me every once in a while. If there's an extra $1 in the house, it goes to your pleasure. Only 2 weeks ago, you had your life insured for $10,000.
What about it?
Well, you're always thinking of yourself.
Myself. Now, what kind of idiotic talk is that? If I die, you get the $10,000.
You know perfectly well you have no intention of dying. You just got your life insured to tease me.
I'll drop dead right after lunch. How's that?
You say it, but you won't do it.
Jackie, what's the matter with you? Do you realize what you're saying?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just calm down.
I'm too upset. You can't stand the sight of me, can you, Butch?
I can stand it fine.
I'd like to hear you talk that way to Gloria Bevins.
Oh, now don't start with Gloria Bevins.
Anybody could be pretty with the money she spends on clothes. Every time her husband wants a kiss, he has to buy her a dress. Believe me, you're lucky you have a cheap wife like me. If you were married to Gloria Bevins, you'd have to pay for her kisses.
Well, I'm not married to her, and I get them for free. And I hate Gloria Bevins. And quite frankly, the next time I hear you bring her name up,
That's right, hit me. You've done everything else.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Jackie.
Are you angry, Butch?
No, I'm just tired.
Do you hate me?
You know I do.
What?
I don't hate you, Jackie. What's the matter with you today? What have you done?
I've been so upset. I forgot to give you something. It came for you yesterday.
A letter?
Special delivery and registered. It was marked strictly personal and private.
Oh. And what did it say?
What do you mean be so snide about it, Butch? I wouldn't have read it, but I accidentally steamed it open when I was pouring myself a cup of tea.
Let me see it.
You're tired. You can read it later.
I want to read it now. Give it to me.
All right. Here it is.
Oh, it's from the government. Mr. Butch Thomas. Sir, in checking your return for 2011, we find you have overpaid your taxes. Enclosed, find a check for $96.50. Wow, what a break. Jackie,
Yes.
where's the check?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. Where's my $96?
I bought a beautiful Evan handbag. It's sharkskin trim with snakeskin, and it matches my calfskin shoes and...
$96 for a sharkskin snake? Take it back. Take it back, do you hear me?
Stop screaming.
How could you squander my hard-earned money like this? I deny myself everything. I've been cutting up your old garter belts and wearing them as bow ties. I even had my feet hand-soled by a blacksmith to save on shoes. And I don't even drink my bourbon anymore. I just lick the label and stick my nose in it. I don't spend a nickel on myself.
You bought a new watch chain yesterday.
What watch chain? The zipper came off my pants. You get that money back, you hear?
How can you do that, Butch? You didn't buy me anything for our anniversary. Can I keep it, please?
No.
Please?
Oh, what's the use?
Can I keep the bag, Butch?
How I slave and sweat to bring money and soul together. Deprive myself of every tiny luxury just to make ends meet. It isn't worth it. One fell swoop and she squanders 2 years of savings. What's a man got to live for? I wish I had the courage to... Well, maybe I will. Life means nothing anymore. There's only one thing I can do.
What are you going to do?
Oh, you can keep the bag, Jackie.
Really, Butch?
Really. Now what's for lunch?